So what's going on, everybody? This is Coach Red, aka Mr. Intensity, and my job is to invoke thought, help awaken the world's consciousness one person at a time. Hopefully that person is you. Now today I want to get into a really big topic that's overlooked by most people all the time, and that's body fat. And I'm talking about the visceral body fat. Now most people don't understand, even skinnier people who have body fat don't understand how dangerous body fat can be. Now, it's caused by what I think is the biggest addiction in America, which is food in general. The overconsumption of food is led to an excess of body fat, stress, and everything. And I'm going to get into what body fat can really cause and where it even comes from. Now, there's things you can do to eliminate body fat. Go get a trainer, eat right, exercise, things of that nature. But if you think that you're skinny and body fat really won't affect you, you're wrong again. Now, if you're obese, you already know body fat's affecting you. It's slowing you down. It's causing you stress. You don't like the way you look in the mirror. And I'm going to talk about how body fat really does affect you truly and why I do think body fat is a form of cancer, but it acts way slower than cancer, but it's a form of cancer that slowly eats away the inside of your bodies and holds on to toxins. So let's talk about it. Now, what is visceral fat? Visceral fat is technically an excess of intra-abdominal adipose tissue accumulation. In other words, it's known as deep fat that is stored underneath the skin, belly fat. It's a formed gel-like that's actually wrapped around your major organs, including liver, the pancreas, and the kidneys. Now, if you have a protruding belly or a large waist, it's a clear sign that you're storing dangerous visceral body fat. It's a form, while it's most noticeable and pronounced in obese individuals, anyone can have visceral fat, okay, without many even noticing it. Which means people who are skinny, when they walk around, they have you ever seen a skinny person, they walk around, they have the big stomachs? That's what we call visceral body fat, and that's dangerous. Skinny people don't think that they're at risk for cancer because of their body fat, but I can guarantee you they are too. And they're just as obese. I call them fat skinny people, because people who think that they have good genes with their arms are skinny, their waist is skinny, but their stomach is fat is a good indication that disease can be coming very soon because of their visceral body fat. Now, visceral body fat is especially dangerous because you'll find out these fat cells do more than just sit there and cause your pants to feel tight. They can also change the way your body operates. Now, things that it's linked to, it increased the risk of coronary heart disease, cancer, stroke, dementia, depression, arthritis, obesity, sexual dysfunction, and sleep orders. Visceral fat is considered toxic and spells double trouble in the body because it's capable of provoking inflammatory pathways plus signaling molecules that can interfere with the body's normal hormonal functions. In fact, it acts almost like its own organ since it's capable of having such a large amount of impact on the body. Now, when you see somebody walking around or not walking around, the lady or the man in the market, and they're driving the cart, the scooter, they really can't walk because their visceral body fat, excuse me, hold on, I need my water. I got the water in the glass because y'all killed me last time I had the water in the plastic container. I got the water in the glass, so please don't kill me. I'm learning every single day. I'm always a student. So I always take advice from anybody. I'm not too good to take advice. The best thing, you always take advice from everybody, especially if it's good advice. That was good advice. And I do know that, but pick your poison. Now, you ever see that person like in the market and they driving around in a scooter because they can't really walk? That's because their visceral body fat has become so overwhelming, they can't even walk. They can't even walk. And that's a sign that, it's very, very dangerous within the body. They probably have something else going on with them. They could probably have diabetes or high cholesterol. They definitely have high cholesterol. And you don't want to get to the point where you have, you're using the cart in the market because you can't walk because your visceral body fat is literally taken over. You want to kind of eliminate that problem. And most people will eat themselves literally into a grave, and this is not a talked about issue enough. Now, we have the fitness trainers that, help out with body fat and, these health things, but Weight Watchers and all this stuff. But most people don't want to follow because people don't want to work. But you got to understand, if you don't work to get rid of your visceral body fat, you will die or you will get something that is linked to your visceral body fat being in your body, holding on to all the toxins that you're supposed to get rid of. You're supposed to be at a lower body fat percentage. When I do an evaluation on somebody, I don't care about the actual weight. I always tell my clients that I don't care about the weight. I care about how much body fat you have. Because if you have more muscle than body fat and you're looking nice and trimmed with a nice even, ratio of body fat, then that's all that matters. Because if you're 210 and you have low body fat but high muscle and you can't really tell you're 210, then you're considered healthy. But if your body fat at 210 is on some next level like 40 or 50, then we got an issue. So it's all about how you get the body fat off you. I don't care about the weight. I care about the stuff that jiggles. The stuff that jiggles is stuff that can kill you, and I'm here to help you get rid of the visceral body fat. And I'm going to get into ways that you can get rid of your visceral body fat. But first, we got to go into what it really is and how dangerous it is. Now, having a lean body is an indicator of health. So, your body tries to preserve this by controlling your appetite and energy expenditure. Now, to prevent dangerous fat buildup, the body basically works as an orchestra of chemicals that tells us when to eat and when we are full. The chemical feedback system is built on a communication between the brain and other major organs, aka the brain-body connection, which is beautiful. This is responsible for either keeping us at a healthy weight or making us more susceptible to weight gain or visceral fat storage. Now, at the core of your weight, appetite and mood control are your blood sugar levels, which are controlled largely by hormone insulin. Insulin balances blood sugar levels by bringing them down after we've eaten high carbohydrate or sugary meal. When we digest food, our body breaks down sugar and starch molecules into simple units called glucose or fructose. Now, this is the reason why I intermittent fast. I like to stay at a low body fat year round. I like to stay at between 14 and 10% body fat all year round. Now, that doesn't have to be anybody's goal. I'm a fitness dude, so I like to stay lean and cut all year round. But the reason why I do intermittent fasting is because when your body stores glucose for energy, it transforms and converts food to glucose, okay? You consume food, it converts it to glucose, and you use that for energy. Now, once your glycogen stores are gone, your body burns off the excess amount of body fat. Now, if you are, so I'm talking with my hands, if you are overweight or obese, or you want to get rid of excess body fat that's been bothering you, intermittent fasting is the way to go. The reason why it's the way to go is because when your glycogen stores are gone, it has nothing else to use but body fat. And people might say, well, what about my muscle mass? It's going to eat away my muscle. That's a lie. Your body won't eat away muscle until 48 hours fasted. So unless you don't plan on eating for 2 days, it won't touch your muscle. What's going to happen is when your glycogen stores are gone, your body only burns body fat. So they say always, when do I work out? When do I work out? I put that in my programs. I help people out with that stuff. It's best to work out, and do a lot of cardio, and I do all my strength training and cardio in my fastest state. Now, in the beginning, it won't be easy, but I can coach you through the whole process and tell you exactly what you eat and how you get those macros right. Everybody's macros are different depending on your physiology of your body and how it's made. So be careful when going online and getting those macros things, because they could be wrong. And a lot of people have come back to me saying that it wasn't wrong. I had plateau. I lost like 20 pounds water weight, and I can't lose any more weight. Well, that's what a guy like me helps you out with. But we'll get into that later in the video. Now, these simple sugars enter your blood system and trigger the release of insulin from the pancreas. Then insulin has to promote the job of ushering blood sugar into cells throughout the body. This process supplies us with energy for things like the brain tissue and muscular function when it's working properly. Now, at the same time, insulin also corresponds to body fat stores, including the visceral fat stored deep within our bodies. This is why people often call insulin our fat storage hormone. Now, when there's too much glucose in the bloodstream, our cells have already filled glycogen stores. Glucose is stored as fat, as if I said. This happens a lot more quickly and easily when consuming refined, processed carbohydrates and sugary foods. You gotta stay away from the bread. If you don't stay away from the bread, we're going to have an issue. That's the whole thing. If you don't stay away from bread, bread is a killer. Sugary foods are the killer. Snacks are the killer. And Americans consume this the most out of anything. fries, bread, sugars. Americans consume this among everything. We consume this stuff like crazy. And there's no wonder why we have all this stuff going on with us. And we also don't drink enough water. We just neglect the water because it tastes nasty. How does it taste nasty? It has no taste to it. How does it taste nasty? No, you're used to something with sugar in it and you can't deal with it because it doesn't have any sugar in it. That's the problem. You got to get away from all the sugary stuff and start drinking the pure stuff, and that's how you get your health back. I can guarantee it. Now, there's often a longer blood insulin levels remain high. The more often and longer the blood insulin levels remain high, the more likely a person is to accumulate the excess of body fat and battle weight problems. Now, what happens when you eat sugar and carbonated foods, carbohydrates, is it spikes your insulin. And it slowers your metabolism up when it spikes your insulin. And it causes your body to store more body fat. Now, the problem is, insulin also communicates with many other hormones needed for factory function, including those made in adrenal glands, such as stress hormone, cortisol. So abdominally high levels and hormonal imbalance result in powerful urges to eat, mood changes, lack of energy, and various other factors that contribute to disease formation. The itis. It kills your energy. Whenever you eat bad food, you always seem to get sleepy because it's sucking away your energy. I told you this in a previous video. The itis is not good. The itis is an indication that the food has taken away energy from your body. Food is supposed to give you energy. When you drink water, it gives you, it refreshes you, it gives you energy. Food is supposed to give you energy. If you have the itis after eating, the food just took away your energy. It sucked more life out of you. So that's how you have a good indication that food that you eat is bad for you when you're eating bad food. Now, why is more fat stored as visceral fat? In some people, but not in others. Specific mechanisms responsible for proportionally increasing visceral fat storage include eating too many calories, positive energy balance, sex hormones, cortisol production, growth hormones, and dietary fructose sugar. Now, here's 6 health risks of visceral fat. Increased inflammation, okay? Higher risk of diabetes. It makes it harder to lose weight, okay? The more visceral fat you have, the more it's going to be harder for you to lose weight. If you're 180 and you have massive amounts of visceral fat, it's going to be hard for you to lose weight. But if you're 280 and you have even more, it's going to be even harder. So the more fat you have, the more it's going to be hard for you to work. So I guarantee you, if you prevent the problem from happening, then I think that you would be better off with that. Okay? Now, this stuff you probably don't want to hear because you might have a lot of visceral fat, but you know, being that you're able to listen to my video, you're still alive, you still have somewhat of your health, and you still can, you know, conquer and overcome it. Now, I can guarantee you it might be the hardest fight of your life, but guarantee you it might save your life, and it's definitely worth it. I can honestly tell you it's worth it, because here's the problem with visceral fat. Being that it holds on to toxins and things of that nature, it affects other hormones in your body, which is your immunity. It messes up your immunity. If you're not immune to fight off all the GMOs and things of that nature that you have going on in your body, because your body is a very intelligent vessel, you know, that is very brilliant and can fight off a lot of things because of all the things we still consume, we still somehow are alive. If you would give a lot of the foods that we eat to animals, they would die in less than a month. The fact of the matter is we live through all this stuff. It shows how beautiful and durable our body is, but the problem is we break it down to the bare minimum where we can't even survive, and that's how we get all the stuff that we have going on with us. I can guarantee that you can still eat bad food from time to time, occasionally, but when you do it every day, Chinese every day, Papa John's every day, cheesesteaks every day, McDonald's every day, then that's the accumulation of the things that you have going on with you. That's why you may have things going on like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and then you're at the mercy of daddy doctor. That's why I call him daddy doctor, because when you only focus on what the doctor says and doctor's orders, that means that you are very far gone, and then herbal things and natural remedies, things of that nature, don't seem that they can help you because you feel like you're too far gone. The doctor has said give the medication to hide the problem, but not stop the problem. Let's think about that right now. Now, you have a high risk of heart disease and strokes, more likely to battle dementia, all right? Dementia. Let's talk about dementia, right? Dementia's in the brain. Remember I said the body's a conduit to your mind, okay? So obviously, whatever's going on in your body is helping your mind flow. If you don't have the right amount of oxygen going into your brain, okay, it's that good. I don't know what y'all talking about saying water's bad. I don't get it. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all crazy. Water's greatness. Helps me out with my joints so much. But, you know, when you don't have a good, energy conduit and function to your brain, well, obviously you're going to get glitches in your brain and that beautiful computer you have and that beautiful universe you have in your brain. You must take care of your bodies, people. Okay. Now you have mood problems. Like you said, if your brain's jacked up, certain receptors in your brain are going crazy, and your mood is trashed. You get mood swings, and you start getting other problems, things of that nature. And it all comes by what you eat. Every time somebody says something's going wrong with you, I always ask them, "What you eating? How you eating?" If you don't tell me how you eating, I can't help you. Okay. Now, the thing is, heart disease, cancer, stroke, dementia, diabetes, depression, arthritis, obesity, sexual dysfunction, and sleep disorders are all able to be prevented by taking care of visceral fat before it even happens. Now, men have more visceral fat in their lower abdominals. That's why you see the skinny guy with the fat stomach, or you see the fat guy with just a round fat stomach, because your body stores fat there first. Women have more fat stores in their breasts and their thighs. That's why you see women that really have obese problems with wrinkly looking thighs and and big giant breasts. And when you lose body fat, women always say, "I don't want to lose my breasts," because breasts are the first to go. Now, I understand that you have a pattern. I understand that you have habits, but I understand that you also want to live. And being that you want to live, my job is to help you live, regardless of how you feel about what I say. Now, I'm here to give you what you need. I'm not here to give you what you want. You want McDonald's, you want fries, you want sugars, you want me to tell you how you can eat that every single day and still survive. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give you some magic pill that's going to mask your problems and help you lose body fat magically while causing other problems within your body. I'm actually going to tell you how you can literally help yourself and help enrich others. This information I'm giving you is for you to share with others, not just keep it yourself. Stop being stingy, okay? Now, first things first, get a nutritional program. Start doing research on nutritional. If you don't know a nutritionalist, I'm a nutritionalist. I can put you on a program. I have some massive specials. Hit me up. All right, I'll put the price down on my bottom. I'm changing my prices. We're going to really help you people. Okay, I'm going to discount my prices 50%. Okay, if you really want to take care of your bodies, okay, $74.99 for nutrition program. It breaks down everything that you need per person. Is customized. Okay. Next thing. Okay, if you want to help out with training, start going into the gym. If you can't run, start walking. If you can walk, start running. If you can run, start really training. If you can really train, keep on really training. Okay? If you need guidance, go get a trainer. Okay? Now, if you have a trainer, make sure your trainer has somewhat of a knowledge of nutrition. If your trainer doesn't have a knowledge of nutrition, get somebody who has a knowledge of nutrition. Okay? Now, one thing that always aggravates me is trainers who are obese. Okay, if you're a trainer and you're obese, it's time to get in shape. Stop helping people when you can't even help yourself. Don't be a hypocrite. All right, I don't care how you feel. I'm here to give you what you want. What you need. I'm not here to give you what you want. Also, every day, take it day by day. Take it day by day. This is a long journey you're about to go on. Okay, I understand that this is very hard for you. I understand this is very hard for you to hear, and if you haven't clicked off my video just yet, then you actually want to hear what I'm going to say. You are only controlled by what you eat and what you hear in your life, okay, and what you see. If you control all three of those things, you will have a better quality of life. If you do not control all these things, you will die before your age, and you will die a miserable, horrible death, okay, with some kind of ailment or some kind of disease. Rarely people die in their sleep. You'd be lucky to die in your sleep, okay? But you will probably get a disease or some kind of high blood pressure, or by the time you're 50, you're going to be on high blood pressure medication, and all the things the doctor is going to tell you. I was having a conversation with my dad, And my family doesn't take me serious just yet. I'm here to help you because my family doesn't take me serious. Throughout my family, they have tons of stuff going on with them. They got high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, liver issues, kidney issues. A lot of them have died of cancer, heart attacks, strokes. My family, man. And they don't listen to me because they don't think I have an MD. So being that I don't have an MD, I can't help them. So I'm helping you because they don't want to listen to me. And that's cool. One day they will, maybe they won't. But I can't help everybody. And you got to understand when you start your fitness journey, or even if you're a trainer, you can't help everybody in your family. You can't help all your friends. You can help who you can help. And you need to focus on people you can help. Because if you focus on people you can't help, you will get stressed out. Don't stress yourself out. Okay? Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Everybody take care of yourself and share the word. Okay? Everybody have a great day. My name is Coach Reg. My job is to provoke thought, help awaken the world's consciousness one person at a time. Hopefully that person is you. Everybody have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Talk to you later.